Hi everyone, now I am going to explain you about a conversion of two-port network parameters. Generally we have six type of two-port network parameters like impedance Z parameters, admittance short circuited parameters, and transmission parameters, inverse transmission, hybrid and inverse hybrid. So in this one now I am considering the Z parameters and transmission parameters. I am writing the Z parameters in terms of transmission parameters. So for that purpose here I am considering the Z parameters equations, so which are impedance equations like V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So make it as equation number 1 and 2, and here I am taking the transmission parameters. So these are the transmission parameters equations are in terms of V1 and I1. So its equation is V1 is equal to A into V2 minus B into I2, and I1 is equal to C into V2 minus D into I2. So make it as equation number 3 and 4. So while in this conversion, always convert this transmission parameter equation into a this Z parameters, like whatever the parameters are given. Let us assume this is LHS side and this is RHS side. Just to convert these RHS values to get the required values to a LHS. So here I am considering a transmission parameters equation V1 and I1 of, so nothing but equation number 3 and 4, and comparing these 3 and 4 equations with a 1 and 2 and rewriting the equations. So therefore compare this equation 3 and 4 with the 1 and 2. So here this is a V1, this is a V1 and this is V2, but equation 4 is has a I1. So I am rewriting this both equation. So like I1 is equal, what is the fourth equation? I1 is equal to C into V2 minus D into I2 as C into V2, and which is equal to I1 plus DI2. So here I am rewriting the equation in terms of V2. So therefore V2 is equal to this term, it will goes to denominator to this side. So it will become V2 is equal to 1 by C I1 plus D by C I2. So make it as equation number 5. So therefore V2 is equal to 1 by C I1 plus D by C I2. So make it as equation number 5. Now compare this equation 5 with the equation 2. So here V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Here we are getting V2 is equal to 1 by C I1 plus D by C I2. So from the by comparing these two, we can write Z21 as 1 by C, Z22 as D by C. Similarly, compare the equation 3 with the 1. So here equation 3 is V1 is equal to A into V2 minus B into I2, whereas V1 is Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. So here in this one, we want this term as like Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. So to find out that value, here we have the value of V2s. So that V2 is nothing but in terms of I1 and I2. Just substitute this value. So in this equation. So now compare 3 and 4 with 1. So this is the value we are getting, and substitute the V2 value in the equation 3. So we will get V1 is equal to A into V2 na. So this substitute this V2 value here ma. So A into 1 by C I1 plus D by C I2 and minus B into I2. Okay. So upon simplifying this, we are getting V1 is equal to A into 1 by C of I1 plus A into D by C of I2 minus BI2. So here V1 is equal to A by C I1 plus, here make the I2 as common. So we'll get AD by C minus B. So upon taking the LCM, we are getting V1 is equal to A by C I1 plus I2 of AD minus BC by C. So we know that AD minus BC value is nothing but the dead T value. Okay, overall debt value. So therefore V1 is equal to A by C I1 plus det T by C I2. So compare this equation 6 with the equation 1. So we know the equation 1 is what? V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. So here we are getting V1 is equal to A by C I1 plus det T by C into I2. So therefore we can write V1 is equal to Z11 I1 Z12 I2. Therefore Z11 is equal to A by C, Z12 is equal to det T by C. So as we previously solved here, Z21 is 1 by C and Z22 is D by C. So from the equation number 5. So therefore we are writing the Z parameters in terms of A by C. So this is a conversion of Z parameters in terms of transmission parameters. Thank you.